Attention, Venus, an adventure with Rocky Star. The success of the Blue Streak is shadowed by Professor Vernon's collapse. Ann and the others are overjoyed when they learn he will recover. Meanwhile, Rocky and Mitch accuse Jan Kabar of trying to crash the spaceship. Jan hotly denies their charge and knocks Mitch unconscious with a spanner, then threatens Rocky with a gun. In the ensuing fight, Rocky thrashes Jan. Later, Jan goes to Gregor and swears once more to destroy the Blue Streak.
I will do it, even if it costs me my life.
You will not live to destroy anything, Kabar. You die now.
This seems to be a bad day for me. First Rocky and Mitch attack me, and now you. Why have you turned on me?
You cannot guess.
I have no idea, Excellency.
You know perfectly well what you have done.
I've risked my life to give you and our country the secrets of the Blue Streak.
This letter you handed me when you came in.
Excellency, I suggest you do not have letters addressed here care of me. It would be dangerous should they fall into other hands.
I am glad this one arrived, Kabar. It's your death warrant.
My death warrant? You speak in riddles.
I will read it to you. Then you will understand my attitude. Naturally, this is in code. In the complete translation. Our spaceship disintegrated 2 minutes after takeoff. On me, check fuel formula and sketches found to be incomplete. Deal with agent. Well, Kabar.
Well, Excellency?
Do you deny that you deliberately falsified the formula and sketches?
No.
Oh.
Do you imagine that I would give to your country the true secrets of the Blue Streak?
It is also your country.
You are wrong, Gregor.
You do not lie any further. You were born in our fatherland. Your people lived there. They did live there. After your effort, they were treated. You laugh at their death?
No, at you. I have no relatives in your country.
Liar, liar!
I do not. You have killed innocent people. I have never been in your land.
Then who are you? Where do you come from?
That is my secret. One that you shall not learn.
Even the threat of death will not open your lips.
I am not thinking of dying, Gregor.
I should if I were you, Kabar.
Oh?
This gun has 6 bullets. 5 are for your miserable hide.
The other?
For myself. I cannot return to my country after this. It would mean a concentration camp, and all because of you.
That gun will...
You knew when you gave me those sketches and formula that they were incomplete, that our spaceship would be destroyed.
It amazes me that it took off. Your scientists should learn to check stolen secrets.
There was no time. We trusted you, you filthy...
Put that gun down,
Not
Gregor.
before I finish you. Do not move. Let go. Let go my arm. You will break it.
I will unless you do as I say. You idiot. You will bring the whole station to this room.
I want them to come to learn the truth about you. Let go my arm. You have broken my arm.
You were stupid not to obey me, Gregor. Now I have the gun, and you will not raise your voice.
I am not finished yet, Kabar. I will see that everyone will know you for a traitor. Lucky Star! Lucky Star!
Now, I must clear away certain things before anyone arrives. Then I must hurry and tell my story to Professor Vernon. And I felt that I should tell my story first to you, Professor. Oh, I can never forgive myself to think that I endangered the Blue Streak.
Oh, you couldn't have known he was a foreign agent, Jan.
I should not have brought him to Death Valley in the first place. As I was saying, I became suspicious of his actions some hours ago. Finally, I trapped him into a confession. He was furious at being discovered and threatened to shoot me. I defended myself and he was killed.
What was his name?
I did not find out until a few minutes ago. I knew him only as Pierre Montan, a French physicist. His real name was Gregor.
Gregor? He was the man who attempted to murder Rocky and Ann on their way here from Las Vegas. If Mish hadn't heard him blotting, he would have succeeded, too.
Then he deserved to die?
Yes.
Oh, Professor, forgive me. You are not well. I should not have bothered you with
Oh, I'm glad you came to me, Jan. You have to inform Captain Clark of the FBI, naturally.
I will do that when I leave you.
Better still, have him come here, and we'll clear this up together. Oh, I wish I wasn't tied to this hospital bed.
It will not be for much longer.
I'd have been out of here hours ago, only that young doctor insists I'm dying. Oh, Jan, there's so much to be done to the Blue Streak. And I must send it off to Venus before there's any more sabotage.
There won't be any more. Gregor was the cause of all that. With him out of the way, your troubles are over.
Yes, I was forgetting that. Still, I want the Venus flight to be within a few weeks.
That could be arranged, surely.
It'll mean a lot of work. There's certain alterations to be made to the ventilating equipment. And then Rocky must be taught the controls.
I could do that, Professor.
No, I'd rather do it myself, Jan. It shouldn't take him long to master the blue streak. He's a very clever man.
Yes, he is.
I believe he's the right man to lead our space expedition. You know, Jan, within a short time, you, Rocky, and the others will be walking around on Venus. I wonder what you'll find there.
Say, Rocky, how much longer are you going to sit there fiddling with them controls?
Until I know them perfectly? Why?
Because I'm asleep in my tootsies, that's why. For the last 2 weeks, we've been stuck in this control cabin for 18 hours a day. I'm sick of the sight of the blue streak. I want some shut-eye.
You'll have plenty of time to sleep on the way to Venus.
Well, I don't think.
Yes, you will. It'll take us a month or maybe 6 weeks to get there.
Even though we fly at 30,000 miles an hour?
Mm-hmm. It's a long way, Mitch. You know, when we take off, Venus will be roughly about 22 million miles from the Earth.
Say, we won't run out of petrol and have to walk home, will we?
You're crazy, Mitch.
22 million miles. Gee, that's a nightmare distance, even when you say it quick. Oh.
Huh? Why the groan?
I just thought of something. I'll have to look at Yanka Bar every morning, noon, and night for a month.
It's not a very pleasant thought, is it?
Nah. Still, he can't help his looks. If he's gone on the Venus trip, so I'll just have to put up with it. Oh, boy, I'll get a real kick out of this flight. Yeah, you know, I guess my ma never thought when I was a kid that one day I'd be wandering around a star.
Mitch, you aren't...
Before you say another word, I'm going to Venus. The professor says I can. He reckons I'm a terrific engineer. Very man for the job.
I wasn't even thinking of that.
Weren't you? Well, what then?
Yan Kabar.
Yeah, he often pops into my mind, too. You know, sometimes I feel I ought to apologize for all the hard things I said about him.
What, have you forgotten that he slugged you with a spanner?
Oh, of course not, but... yeah, I guess I asked for it. I did abuse him that day.
You've changed your ideas a lot.
Well, sure I have. A week back, I'd have bet my last buck that he was tied up with Gregor. Couldn't have been, though, or he wouldn't have shot him.
No, I suppose not.
But don't you agree with me?
Yeah, Mitch, there's something about Kabar that puzzles me.
What?
Oh, I don't know. I've thought and thought, but I just can't put my finger on it.
Oh, I admit he's a queer-looking guy with that funny-colored skin and them overhanging eyebrows.
I wonder where he comes from.
Someplace in the continent, according to Anne. So you're not still suspicious of him, are you?
No, I don't know.
Well, you're the only one who is. And the professor and the rest of the station are on his side now. He's a hero. Oh, look, Rocky, he must be okay. He saved the blue streak from Gregor.
Did he?
Well, sure he did. Now, you can't blame him for all the sabotage that went on here at Death Valley. Gregor arranged all that.
Gregor had nothing to do with that rocket explosion at Las Vegas.
What?
That was the first time we met Yan Kabar. You remember that doll-like robot we saw on the rocket sim?
Well, what's that got to do with him?
Well, everything. I'll swear Kabar knew all about that robot. In some way or other, he used it to set off that rocket prematurely.
Yeah, but why should he?
To kill us.
Oh, Rocky, look, wait a minute.
And he tried to murder me in that wind tunnel test, too, didn't he?
Well, I guess I thought so at the time, but I must have been all wet.
No, Mitch, you weren't. You were dead right. Believe you me, Kabar's playing a deep game.
Look, next time you'll be saying he's trying to bust the blue streak.
And I can't work out just what his game is, but I intend to keep a sharp watch on him until we've left for Venus.
The professor and the others imagine their troubles are over now that Gregor is dead, little robot. If they only knew who I am and from where I come, eh? They will not learn that because we will destroy the whole station, even as your robot brother destroyed that rocket at Las Vegas. You must work fast, little robot. Within a few days, they will be ready to leave for Venus. First, I must put them off guard. Create some excitement so that you can attack the blue streak. How can I? How? There must be... Yes, I have it. I know exactly what we will do.
Well, there goes the last load, Rocky.
Yes, once that oxygen supply's aboard, we're ready to leave. Boy, this last week's gone quickly.
Yeah, you can say that again. Since the professor's gotten himself out of hospital, things have been buzzing. He's determined it would take off at midnight tonight.
Well, Mitch, in another 12 hours, we'll be on our way to a star. Excited?
I'll say. My stomach keeps turning over and over. I don't know whether it's indigestion or fright.
You're not frightened, are you?
Oh, me? Why, not really, Rocky, but, well, you never know what you find in a star. There might be animals we've never seen, and men with two heads, and then, anything.
Well, I shouldn't really think that you'll find...
Rocky!
Why, there's Anne.
Yeah, she's in a mighty hurry, too.
Oh, Rocky, I'm glad I found you. Something dreadful's happened. Daddy's disappeared.
Disappeared?
They've been searching for him all morning. There's no trace of him.
It's the first I've heard of it.
I wanted to tell you before, but Captain Clark wouldn't let me till I'd been over the station.
But Anne, he must be somewhere.
He's not. A little while ago, one of the guards found his blood-stained shirt. Oh, Rocky, I think Daddy's been murdered.
Staggered by this latest development, Rocky and Mitch join the search party. Hour after hour, in the stifling heat of Death Valley, they look for the professor without avail. Has Professor Vernon really been murdered? And is this some of Yan's work? There are thrills for you in the next exciting chapter of the Rocky Star Adventure, Destination Venus.